All right, let's get into this clip of Joe Rogan and Theo getting into the Iran war.
What do you think is going to happen? You think we're going to be okay?
I hope so. Of course. I don't know.
Do you think about it?
I'm confused. I can't believe we went to this war. When we started bombing Iran, I was like, this can't be true.
And what about Lebanon now?
I know. Israel's invaded Lebanon. Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like, just stop. Like, what do you need?
Well, they're trying to, supposedly, they're trying to stop the terrorists.
Yeah, that's crazy, though, if you're the terrorist. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to stop them, in front of the mirror and start there.
Ooh, Theo just called Israel a terrorist state there. I mean, I guess if you listen to Theo Von's podcast for a while, you know that he's taken a anti-Israel stance ever since Gaza. Right? During Gaza time, he had multiple guests on talking about the Gaza conflict with Israel, pro-Israel side, a pro-Palestine side. And his neighbor is Candace Owens, and she's very, anti-Israel. And so he's taken a very strong anti-Israel stance, at least of late, which is understandable with this Greater Israel project, the Third Temple project that's going on. Like, they're just constantly going out of the way to kind of drag us around into these different conflicts. I mean, isn't Bibi like a wanted war criminal or something like that? And we're just getting deeper and deeper into this Iranian conflict right now. It's insane. I mean, as I'm recording this, Iran just shot down an F-15 Eagle Strike fighter jet, and it's driving me crazy because literally the day before, Donald Trump made that big announcement speech that turned out to be a nothing burger, where he said like Iran's Air Force and Navy are gone, they'd have no air defense. And then like literally within the next day or so, they shoot down an F-15. It's the first time that they ever fully shot down one of our fighter jets. And there's 2 pilots missing. As I'm recording this, they found one pilot. They're trying to find the other one. And I hope they find the other one. Oh my gosh, if we don't find the other fighter pilot that's out there right now, and Iranian TV propaganda or whatever, they put wanted posters out for him or her, we don't know. It's like $60,000 for someone to bring in that fighter pilot alive. They want him or her alive because if they get this fighter pilot, this war just escalated to another level. Like the minute that they find him or her, whatever, right, it's gonna escalate to a whole different level. That's gonna give them all the bargaining chips. Iran wants the US to come in there for a ground invasion. They've been taunting it. They want it. And I think I'm hoping our military officers and whatnot know that Iranians want us to come in there. They're like begging for it. They put announcements like, if you guys come in, it's gonna be your blood in the sand or something like that, right? They want a ground invasion to come in because they know that the minute the ground invasion comes in, traps sprung. US is trapped in there. And as this war is already going on, we're not even boots on the ground yet, and it's obvious that we are going to lose this war, right? We're winning the battles, but we're going to lose this war. And we're not even boots on the ground yet. The minute we put boots on the ground, it's over. What do they say? Like every empire that tried to invade Iran has fallen. Alexander the Great, the Mongols, the Romans, the British, the Soviet Union, like they all tried to get a piece of the Persian Empire, Iran, whatever, right? And they all failed. And we're going down that same path. Like it's a terrible idea. If you ever take a look at like the landscape, it's a nightmare to take control of this place. And then what makes it worse is like we have like the gaslighter in chief, where he just comes on and he's saying we're doing great, they have no military, they have nothing, we're dominating them and blah 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 blah. And it's like, that's not what we're seeing though. Yeah, you're blowing stuff up. It's so frustrating because we're fighting three different wars right now, right? The US is fighting the war of destruction. We just want to blow stuff up, right? Hopefully they'll blow them up into submission. It's not gonna work. Iran is playing the long game. They're playing the economic, impact game. That's what they're doing right now. Israel is also involved. They're playing a completely different game as well. They want the third temple, right? So they want this to keep on going. US wants to blow this stuff up, short, quick, get in, get out, right? That's what we want. Israel wants us to get in there and get the third temple so they could do the third temple, whatever prophecy that they're working on. Iran is working on a economic warfare because that's how weaker, smaller countries fight against bigger countries, bigger empires like the US. Either way, I mean, to get back to Joe Rogan, what he said in the beginning of this, I can't believe that we went into Iran. I'm in the same boat. It's an insane situation. Now we're stuck. Either way, the way we get out of Iran is terrible. What are our options, right? One, we can either just get out now, be done with it, forget it, whoopsies, our bad, we just leave. Well, that means that Iran now completely solidified their control of the Strait of Hormuz, which is their main leverage point. I think they already started, right? They're going to start charging all the boats that go through $1 to $2 million, and that it's just going to be the way it is. And the other thing that really makes me lose sleep at night, okay, they're currently, what Trump's saying, that the other countries can go in there and go take their oil, right? Go get it if you want, secure it yourselves, cherish it. I believe those are his words, right? What do you think is the easiest option? They can, one, go in there and help us fight, Iran to take over the Strait of Hormuz, which, if you go back in history, Britain, the UK, actually used to control the Strait of Hormuz. That's a whole nother segment story. But they can either go in there and help us, right? Or option two, the Iranians said the strait is not closed. It's just closed to the US and Israel. If you want your boats to go through, it needs to be denominated in Chinese currency, right? No more US petrodollars, right? Chinese yuan, and pay the toll. Which one do you think these countries are considering at this point? Going to war, spending millions and billions of their dollars, right? Or have the companies pay this toll and start buying oil with Chinese currency instead of US dollars, which is gonna completely destroy us. I mean, our economy right now is just a house of cards, and I don't think we can afford to lose the petrodollars. So that's a whole, and none of this would be happening right now if we didn't go over there to start this whole, conflict with Iran. None of it would be going on right now. Okay, option two, we go in there and we commit to the ground game and we try to really change the regime. Now what's going on right now, where the son is basically, has the greatest supervillain origin story ever, where we go in there, we annihilate his whole family, and he's just supposed to be like, oh, sorry, I guess I see the errors of my ways now. No, like, we basically went in there and just took out his whole family. Dad, wife, son, brother, all gone. And he's supposed to be like, whoopsies. No, even if he decides to cave in at some point, you don't think deep down inside his heart somewhere there's a plot for revenge down the road where he's like, death to America, like at some point when he's just sleeping and one day he just wakes up and it just flares up, he just has a flare attack of, death of America. It's not gonna come.